the in-form woman in badminton. That is China's Chen Yufei, fresh from winning the Singapore Open on Sunday, and who is currently on a 23-match unbeaten run. So, Pornpicha Choeikeewong with a, well, say it's a tough task, it's something of an understatement. There's how it all fits in. Third quarter of the draw. Madeira and are currently playing, by the way, on court 2. The winner of that will play the winner of this upcoming match on court 1. Well, she looks pretty relaxed, as you would on a 23-match unbeaten run. One love on the head-to-head there, you see it. It's at the Thai Open. 3 weeks ago, quarter-final stage. It was a straight game victory in 47 minutes for Chen Yufei on that occasion. What a big ask this is for the young Thai. World ranked just outside the world's top 30. On the main show court against the in-form woman in the world. Lost to Bai Wing-jung in 3 games in the first round of the Singapore Open last week, so not disgraced. She actually started the season quite well. Got to the quarterfinals of the Malaysia Open, and also she's been at the same stage of the Thai Open and the Thai Masters, but up against Chen Yufei, it's a monumental task. That world ranking of 5 is only going one way. Of course, she has been top of the shop, initially back in, what was almost 6 years ago, December of 2019 it was. Olympic gold medalist, of course, from Tokyo, and after she lost to He Bingjiao in the quarterfinals in Paris last year at the Games, we took some time out, 3 months out, went to Australia, improved her English, apparently, and she's certainly come back and improved her badminton, because at the moment she looks absolutely unstoppable. And I reckon now, Bobby, she's pretty convinced she made the right decision to come back into the sport after Paris.
Yeah, she must be. I was at that comeback tournament, the Orléans Masters, in March, and I wasn't convinced how fit she was, how ready she was. She made the final, and then since the All England, that quarter-final defeat, like you said, undefeated since, and seems to be getting better and better. She likes playing here too. 3 times finalist here at the Indonesia Open, twice the winner already, and as you say, getting the better of An Se-young last week. It's sort of proved that she is the woman to beat right now. So it's the world against Chen Yufei, really.
Yeah, she's actually looking for a hat-trick of successive wins, champion here for the last 2 years, and at the moment you would make her a big favourite. Albertus Oscaraniu is the chair umpire. I think for Choeikeewong, she's just got to try and enjoy the experience. You know, try and put the, almost might sound a bit silly, but try and put the scoreline out of your mind. You just got to just play 1 point at a time.
Yeah, I agree. It can be easier said than done on many occasions.
I was trying to remember, I can't remember who it was, an American golfer that drew Tiger Woods in the World Match Play when Woods was at his absolute, the peak of his powers. And a reporter asked his opponent, you know, it's going to be a bit intimidating playing the best player in the world. And he said, well, maybe, but it's the same as everyone else. He puts his trousers on one leg at a time. And the kind of, I think that's the attitude that Choeikeewong's got to have here.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Pornpicha Choeikeewong, Thailand. And on my left, Chen Yufei, China. Pornpicha Choeikeewong to serve. Love all. Play. 1 love.
Wasn't even just the fact that Chen Yufei beat An Se-young in Singapore, it was the manner of the defeat. She was by far the superior player. Straight games, and this is against a woman who hadn't lost all year.
2 love.
Yeah, Chen Yufei was, well, she's improved week on week, month on month recently, and getting back to her best, and hence the big run she's currently enjoying. A real threat. Wow.
3.
Well, this wasn't in the script. 3 love, Choeikeewong, and how about this for a winner early on? This is a confidence booster, shots like that.
Yeah, that was powerful and accurate.
Wow.
She's getting some luck here, isn't she?
Just about to say that was nearly the perfect point
4
from Chen, but
love.
the net cord put paid to that.
Well, it was a matter of time, wasn't it,
Service
really, before
over.
Chen gets a point on
1
the board.
4.
She's so consistent, such a great mover. I don't think she'll be threatened by the scoreboard at all either. And, oh wow, another net cord.
Well, she got one back there, Chen Yufei,
2
and
4.
hard to really argue that she didn't deserve it after the earlier point that the tie won.
Well, it was the tie that caught the net initially. It was a great recovery, actually, by Chen. And again.
That net is the centre of attention at the moment.
4.
Well, they say it balances out.
Well, it balanced out pretty quickly in this game. We've only seen 7 points. They must have hit the net cord 3 times each.
Well, she clearly wasn't bothered by the score. 4 love to 4 all.
4 all.
I've always thought temperament was one of Chen Yufei's strongest attributes, as well as the obvious technical skill that she has and a movement around the court. She never seems to be phased.
No, very stoic. Almost emotionless in the face, and her movement is always sort of, it looks like she's cruising around the court, much like we see An Se-young. That's the difference between those two players and the rest of the world, is that they make it look smooth and easy. They always seem to be unbalanced, even when they're really stretched physically.
Six, 4. Pornpicha.
I don't think she'll want to drag this out either. I mean, we are, and I'm sure the rest of the world, predicting a victory here for Chen Yufei, but having had that terrific run, it's meant that she's been playing on Sundays in so many weeks recently. Fewer days rest, fewer days on court training. She won't want to play the extra games if she doesn't need to.
4.
That was absolutely arrow straight down the line from the Chinese. They were right behind it. Couldn't have hit it any truer. Well reached.
Applying some pressure to the Chinese.
Well, that's a pity, isn't it, from her point of view, because she played the majority of that rally very well. However, it's 8 points in a row for the former world #1.
Play.
Well, she's going through the repertoire. That was
9.
superb.
4.
And at the moment, Choeikeewong's got no answer.
There is one little bit of added pressure on Chen Yufei here this week, in that she collected a lot of ranking points from winning the Indonesian Open last year, which are still featuring
Service over.
in her world ranking.
5.
Because she
9.
took so much time off, she's relying on that result to boost that ranking, because she's got quite a few there that are being counted that are half or even less than half
6.
of
9.
what the Indonesian Open is worth. So if she doesn't win it this week, she's actually going to find it difficult to get back to where we all think she should be, which is top 2 in the world. And whilst that's not the most important thing, you can still come out there and beat everybody else.
10.
It does affect how seedings come into play when you're moving into tournaments. And with the World Championships this summer, it will be important for Chen Yufei to try and be second,
11-6 interval.
ranked in the world at least, behind An Se-young, so that she won't have to face her until
the final.
Until the final.
Yeah.
So it all does matter to these players.
Well, that is the mid-game break. It's only 6 minutes into this match, and Chen Yufei, having been 4-love down at one point, now has a very comfortable 11-6 advantage.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds. Eleven, 6. Play.
Well, that was just pure reaction from Choeikeewong, but it was very impressive.
7-11.
Some good shot making from the Thai. Oh, that's a shame. That net cord not helping her this time.
Service over. 12-7.
Just to say, by the way, just going on your point that we were touching on a moment ago,
Service over.
in this tournament,
8,
Chen Yufei is in the bottom
12.
half of the draw, and Se-young in the top half, so they can't meet until the final. In Singapore last week, because the seedings were slightly different, obviously they were in the same, well, they met in the quarter-final. So
Service over.
it makes a massive
13,
difference. Well, at the moment, though,
8.
I think Chen Yufei's got such a high level of confidence. She'd fancy herself against anyone, including An Se-young.
Yeah, she will, but it also must be a little frustrating, albeit you can't do anything about it, but a little frustrating for other players who are ranked 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, wherever Chen Yufei isn't, if you like, because Han Yui's the 4th seed, which would suggest she should have a draw that would enable her to reach a semi-final.
8.
However, Chen Yufei's ranked below her, or seeded below her. They're going to have to face each other if they both make it through to the round of 16, for example. And then Han Yue loses any points she might have gleaned from the Indonesia Open. And so it affects everything.
Yeah, it's a possible Han Yue, Chen Yufei quarter-final here on the cards.
Service over, 9-14. Service over, 15-9.
Some pretty heavy breathing from Choeikeewong. And you can see why. She's really giving this physically everything she's got.
16-9.
Well, she looks to be in total control now, Chen Yufei, after the semi-shock of losing the first 4 points, but now she only needs 4 for this opening game, and it's been pretty quick too, only 11 minutes to here. And Choeikeewong discovering just why the woman in red there is now dominating, as she has for the last few months since the All England. That was the last defeat back in March.
Going to be fascinated by the next time Chen Yufei and An Se-young meet.
Well, might be here on Sunday.
It might be, although An Se-young losing the way she did last week, and the performance yesterday, although the scoreline suggests it was very one-sided. You and I watched it, and I wasn't convinced she's at her best.
No, but it's a skill, isn't it? You want to peak on Sunday rather than on Tuesday. So, see how she gets on through the week, but I don't think anyone would be complaining if it was another An Se-young Chen Yufei final here, as it was last year.
Yeah, that's what we're all hoping for. Good net shot.
Could have gone either side, and starting to run her opponent ragged now.
19-9.
So much confidence, self-belief in Chen Yufei. Unfazed.
Service over, 10-19.
Out the back, and here are 10 game points
Service over,
for Chen Yufei.
20, game point, 10.
So just 13 minutes, and pretty bloodless victory in the opening game.
First
21
game
points to 10.
21.
Chen Yufei looking good.
Yeah, and I'm not sure she's really even in top gear here. I think Chen Yufei is finding this very comfortable.
ไปตอนนี้เขาตามผมใช่ไหมเวลาเขาเอาลงมาเคลียร์ซ้ายขวาให้เร็วแต่นี่เขาทำกันแล้วตอนปลายเกมถูกไหมให้ก้มอย่างเงี้ยก้มอย่างเงี้ยเพื่ออะไรเพื่อให้เขาคอนโทรลยากรู้ออกไหมแต่ไม่ต้องรีบไม่อย่าเสียเกม
ดีพอเราไปดีแล้วเขาแก้ดีอะเราก็ต้องเริ่มใหม่ไม่ใช่ไปท้อว่าไอ้เนี่ยไม่แก้ได้แก้ได้ถ้าระดับโลกมันเป็นอย่างนี้เราต้องเรียนรู้การต้องโตแบบนี้เราเริ่มการแบบพิเศษเราเริ่ม
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds. Second game, love all. Play. Service over. 1, love.
Well, the opening points to Choeikeewong, much like the opening game. Except she won't be looking at that.
Service over. 1, all.
That cushion that she had in the opener. Oh, I think she's just found the court.
Service over. 2, 1.
No challenge from Chen.
Wipe the court, please.
Back of the line, wasn't it?
You sure? Thank you.
She is showing signs that she has a serious looking attack. When she gets the accuracy right, she's posing a few questions for Chen Yufei.
It's just that run of 9 straight points, wasn't it, for Chen in the first game, that effectively she's missed that. Ended any kind of hope of
3, 1.
Of a tie fight back.
Yeah, and those 9 or so points, there wasn't anything particularly outstanding. It was just sort of Chen Yufei doing what Chen Yufei does, which
service over.
Which is
2,
tons of control and consistency.
3.
Well, further evidence of her attacking
Service
prowess.
Over. 4, 2.
Yeah, when she gets it right, when she hits the mark she's trying, she's going to be difficult to deal with defensively.
Service over. 3, 4.
Very sensible shot that from
Service
Choeikeewong,
over.
pushing
5,
Chen Yufei back from whence she'd
3.
come. This is the shot.
Yeah, it's clever. Smallest of deceptions, the hold. Good defense this time from Yufei. And oh, I thought that was coming over.
6, 3.
Well, that's dropped in. Well, this is our far
7-3.
end is the favourable end theory going up in smoke at the moment, isn't it?
She's dangerous, Choeikeewong, from that forehand rear corner. And Chen Yufei, whilst still confident she'll get through this match, will have to be a bit aware of that and have a game plan, a strategy, because that smash winner that Choeikeewong's hit has always been from the right side of the court, straight down the line. And that previous rally was a punch clear from the same position.
7.
Superb shot.
Service over. 8-4.
Haunting that particular tram line, isn't she? And you've got to love the reaction. Having lost the opening game 21-10, doesn't appear phased at all.
Well, just going back to that drift conversation, in singles particularly, and I would argue in women's singles even more so, you want to be playing into the drift. It's easier to control the length of the shuttle when the drift is against you. When it's with you, it's hard to find the back line because the natural shot goes out the back. You've got to take weight off the shots, which then can be very difficult to keep it accurate.
Service over.
It's easier to hit it a little bit harder to find accuracy if you need to. So if Chen Yufei is now playing with the drift, that might be a reason why she's struggling in defence. She can't find the back line as easily as she'd like. Therefore, she's coming up a bit short.
Ooh. Challenge here
Pornpicha
from Choeikeewong, called out.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge
Yufei
remaining.
was so close to that. You'd have felt, you'd have seen a reaction had she known it had clipped the line. She was always very confident, which kind of told us all we needed to know, really. I guess you could say it might be the double bluff, but I don't think they think like that.
No, I think I'd struggle to be able to pretend that well. It's a nice shot from Chen. Did well to hang in the rally as long as she did, and then forced the error in the end.
9.
And, certainly the ends of the courts are having an impact on the performance here in this ladies singles. It'll be a really nice test for Chen Yufei. If she comes through this strongly at the end, we'll really know that she's back to her best, firing on all cylinders.
Play.
That's great reflexes again from
Service over.
Choeikeewong.
10-7.
Pretty good smash, actually, in terms of accuracy of body smashes. It's just brilliant defensive position that Choeikeewong got into.
Service over.
8.
Loads of composure. Again from Chen Yufei. Creative rally. Using the punch clear, using the slower drops. Keeping Choeikeewong on her toes.
Eight, 10.
Brilliant net play from the tie.
11-8 interval.
And she's got a handy little lead at the mid-game interval here.
It's quite far below the net or below the tape to play that with such control. It really was a great shot.
Pornpicha now. 11-8. Play. Service over. 9.
Little
11.
reaction from Chen Yufei as that one went long. A little fist pump.
Yeah, she knows she's in a contest here in this second game for sure.
Oh, that's a shame, that's gone wide.
10, 11.
So that interval lead has now been extinguished.
11. Oh.
Without Chen really having to do too much, to be honest. 3 points since they came back.
Just quick.
It's that consistency, isn't it? Just gets her nose in front now at 12-11, but like you just said, she's not doing anything particularly special, and she didn't with that 9-point run she had in the first as well. Sometimes you see special shots, deceptive shots, or hitting lines with smashes, that kind of thing. It's not been the story of the day so far for Chen. She's just businesslike.
Well, I'd also say, Bobby, that her defensive play has been much more influential than her attacks in this match so far, because she's been put under huge amounts of pressure at times by Choeikeewong. She hasn't actually played that many winners.
No, that's what I mean. How many times have we really seen Chen Yufei hit the floor? It's not been there. It's just been that consistency in her efforts. Yes, she's been undone by the big smash with accuracy, or even one or two that she's got back something a bit loose and it's been punished. But most of the time, it's just been solid.
11.
Yeah, and her two most hated words in the, I was going to say the English language, it wouldn't matter, in the Chinese vocabulary is unforced errors. She doesn't make many. Fingers a one-hand job, usually.
Yeah, I'm not sure
over.
I can think of a more
12,
consistent player
14.
at the moment, to be honest.
Well, then she was exposed completely, Choeikeewong in mid-court. And Chen Yufei could have gone either side.
Look at his technique as well with the smash from Chen Yufei. Just puts her whole body into that.
But the net shot was so good, wasn't it, that Choeikeewong couldn't do much with it, apart from lob it up. And Chen Yufei put it away easily.
Service over.
Almost apologetic there at the net with the kill.
15.
What's this reaction? Good intensity from Choeikeewong. Well, you mentioned at the start she played a good game against Baewen Zhang, I think it was, and it took it to 3. You can see why from the way she's playing today. She's definitely got some weapons.
Another great shot again that was wonderfully defended by Chen Yufei. I think if Choeikeewong maybe was a little more patient in some rallies, just cut out some of the unforced errors. But I agree with you entirely. In terms of her attacking play, it's really, really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, physically she looks the part. She's got that smash. Anything from a forehand corner or slightly around the head, she looks really dangerous. Her net play's been good. It is just the sort of error count.
16
little mistakes.
But you can certainly see how she's already this season got to the quarter-final of the Super 1000. Well, once again, the defence from Chen Yufei was immaculate. And that's a really frustrating point to lose from Choeikeewong's point of view.
Yeah, it was a shame, but Chen Yufei, for all the strengths that she has, she is still such a fighter, even though we may not see it as much emotionally on the face. Certainly that never say die attitude.
Surprising miss.
15-17.
And how good right now is the state of women's singles in Thailand, by the way. Choeikeewong 32 in the world. Laningrat Chaiwan's 48, and young Opat Niputh is pushing the top 50 as well. World Junior Champion a year young. She's a star for the future, I have no doubt. They've got a ton, they've got 7 players hovering around the top 50. It's brilliant for Thailand.
Service over. 18-15.
Well, the pressure really telling out this stage of the match, and I can only imagine that was the reason why she missed what looked like quite a comfortable forehand smash.
Ball.
Excellent work from Chen Yufei.
19.
Position she gets herself in here to cut out that sort of flat drive, that lift. A smile from Choeikeewong. She knows she was outfoxed.
And she also knows that the end may be nigh, because that's 5 match points now
20 match point
for the 2020 Olympic champion.
It's been been encouraging, though, for the tie. I've liked what I've seen here today, and I think she's got a long way to go.
Stunning way to finish it. She was rooted to the spot, Choeikeewong, and in fine style, Chen Yufei confirms her place in the round of 16, 21-15 in that second game. And when you look at the scoreline, Bobby, 21-10, 21-15, I don't think that really does Choeikeewong justice, does it?
10, 21,
I think so. I think the point she won, she really earned. What's about that finish, though? Almost a trick shot for all the steady consistency we've been seeing from Chen Yufei today. To come out with that to finish the match is just lovely.
And there was a look of kind of a cross between disappointment and semi-admiration on Choeikeewong's face when she played that shot. 21-10, 21-15, 36 minutes was all it took. Well, a warm welcome back to our continuing coverage of the Indonesia Open 2025. And we've reached our fourth match of the session. It's a men's doubles. On Yusin and Huiyi of Malaysia against Liang Weikun and Wang Chang from China.